Hey, do you have trouble sleeping? Then maybe you should check out the Sleepy Podcast. It's a show where I read old books in the public domain to help you get to sleep. It was the best of times. It was the worst of times. It was the age of wisdom. Classic stories like A Tale of Two Cities, Pride and Prejudice, Winnie the Pooh, stories that are great for kids and adults alike. So whether you have a tough time snoozing or just like a good bedtime story, fluff up the cool side of your pillow and tune into Sleepy. Unless you're driving, then please don't listen to Sleepy. Find Sleepy wherever you get your podcasts. New episodes every Sunday. Sweet dreams.
Fairfax County 911, where's your emergency? Hello, Fairfax County 911.
That was the sound of a 911 hang-up call. I don't play a lot of those on the show, even though, as a 911 dispatcher, you'll get probably dozens of those a day, with most of them leading to nothing. You'll call them back, and sometimes they will answer. When they do, most of the time, it's simply a butt dial. Just someone who mistakenly dialed emergency services, likely realized they did so, and immediately tried to hang up, so hopefully the call wouldn't go through and actually reach dispatch. Others may have an actual emergency that requires immediate response from police, fire, or medics. And the remaining, they simply don't answer at all. This 911 hang-up call, well, while there was a chance it could have been one of those butt dials like I talked about, it turns out that it will lead to one of the craziest things I've ever talked about on this show. Welcome back to Music City 911. Since the initial call was so short, I'm going to play it again so you can listen to it again.
Fairfax County 911, where's your emergency? Hello, Fairfax County 911.
In the short 8-second call, you could hear what sounded like moaning in the background. It's hard to tell exactly, especially with the call being so short. The dispatcher makes a call back to the number.
Please leave your message for 571-426-2112.
Hello, this is Fairfax County 911. We had a call from this number. If you have an emergency, please hang up and dial 911. This call was named error. You can disregard this message. Thank you.
No one answers, and a voicemail is left. Various agencies handle these calls differently. The agency we heard here, they leave a voicemail. Some wouldn't. If a good GPS location is obtained, police can be sent to investigate if there is some sort of emergency. With the call being as short as it was, I think there's a good chance that no accurate location was obtained. That could explain the 15 minutes that passed before the next 911 call from the same number came in.
Fairfax County 911, where's your emergency?
I need help. My friend, she just was stuck in the night now. She's bleeding a lot. I don't know what to do anymore.
Okay, where are you located? What's your address?
Oh my God.
Take a deep breath for me. Just let me know your address. Okay, 13. Take a deep breath for me. You're on Stablebrook Way? Are you on Stablebrook Way?
Yes.
What's your house number?
It's What's the number of
Is there somebody else there that can give me the address?
13230 Stablebrook Way.
Okay. And what's your name and what's going on?
My name is Brendan Banfield. I'm a federal agent. This is my house. There's somebody here. I shot him. But he stabbed her. She's bleeding. She's got several marks on her neck. What do I do?
Okay. So what I need you to do is apply direct pressure directly to where she's bleeding from, okay? And if it becomes soaked, just add more cloth to it. It's already there. How old is the person?
I don't know.
The person that's bleeding?
37.
Okay. Okay, so the person that you shot, where is he?
I don't know. I don't know him.
Okay, where is he though?
He's here. He's on the ground.
Okay. Okay. And the person that he stabbed, where are they now? Are they still in the hospital? I have rescue coming to you.
He's bleeding. It's my wife.
It's just what I'm just to know what to do.
Okay, so I want you to get a clean cloth and apply direct pressure to where you're bleeding from, okay?
Yeah.
Okay, are you the one that's bleeding? Just keep applying pressure. Don't remove it. If it becomes soaked, just add more cloth to what is already there. Do not use a tourniquet. If one is already on, don't remove it. And don't throw or flush any blood-soaked items, okay? And, sir, I need you not to touch the weapons or disturb the scene at all. And don't touch or remove any impaled object, okay? Sir, hello? Ma'am, can you hear me?
Let me.
Okay. Are you the one that was injured?
She's not responding.
She's wondering why he's living.
Okay. Can you tell me how her breathing is?
I just how her breathing is.
She's heart's still beating. She's
Okay.
still breathing.
Okay. Just keep applying pressure to where she's bleeding from and just put her on her side, okay?
On her side?
Yeah, on her side. You said she's breathing normally. She's just not responding to you?
She's got a very big hole in her neck.
Okay. Just keep applying pressure, okay? Just keep adding more cloth what's already there. And who am I speaking to? Who are you, dear? Are you...
Who's what?
Okay, so who's the person? Where's the person that's bleeding? Where are they in the house?
They're upstairs.
Okay.
In the bedroom.
Okay, and where is the person that was shot? Are they also in the house downstairs?
Yes.
Yeah, he's in the bedroom too.
Okay. Okay.
Can you just send help, please?
Yeah, they're on the way. They're coming to you now, lights and sirens, okay? And any weapon is secured, correct?
Again?
Any weapon is secured?
I have the weapon.
Okay, can you just leave it where it is?
Yeah.
Okay. And you said you don't know the individual that was shot?
No.
No, whatever thing the
Okay.
person.
And sir, where are you? Are you taking care of the person upstairs?
I'm trying.
I was trying, but
Okay.
it's too long.
Okay, I have officers that are pulling up outside, okay? So just make sure the weapon is put placed where it is and it's secure, and just keep applying pressure. And make sure your door is unlocked. Can we make sure that's done?
All right.
Okay. And if there's any animals, please make sure they're put away.
Yeah.
I'm up the door.
Okay. I'm gonna lock the door. What is it, Kim?
Okay, so make sure your weapon is down, sir, and that you're coming to the door with your hands up so the officers can see you.
Okay. I locked.
Okay, and the weapon is down?
Are you there? Are you there?
Yeah, I'm still here.
Are they coming?
Yeah, they're on the way. You should see them soon. They're pulling up outside right now. Let me know when you can see them, okay?
I just see them?
You should be able to see them soon.
Huh? I hear them.
Okay, so are we... Okay, and no one has a weapon, right? The weapon's down?
The weapons are down.
Okay.
That weapon's down.
I hear them.
Okay. They're pulling up outside. Just keep applying pressure to where she's bleeding from and just make sure she's
Okay.
okay.
Not,
Can we doing this? It's okay.
yeah.
Okay, let me know if the officers are with you.
When they come here?
Yeah, they're pulling up now. They're gonna make their way to you. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I'm showing them outside.
I'm here. I'm here.
They're here. They can come in.
I'll go ahead and disconnect with you. Speak to the police, okay?
Come in. You guys. It's right here.
Where's it going at?
We need help.
Where's it going at?
It's up here.
Up here on the bed.
He's in the house too. So you just
My house.
this is going out.
Anybody else there?
Huh?
My
God.
A new year, colder days. This is the moment your winter wardrobe really has to deliver. If you're craving a winter reset, start with pieces truly made to last season after season. Quince brings together premium materials, thoughtful design, and enduring quality so you stay warm, look sharp, and feel your best all season long. Their outerwear is especially impressive. Think down jackets, wool coats, and Italian leather outerwear that keep you warm when it's actually cold. Each piece is made from premium materials by trusted factories that meet rigorous standards for craftsmanship and ethical production. That cashmere sweater that I've picked up from Quince, it's ridiculously soft, very warm, and doesn't break the bank. Refresh your winter wardrobe with Quince. Go to quince.com/MC911 for free shipping on your order and 365-day returns. Now available in Canada too. That's QUINCE.com/MC901. Free shipping and 365-day returns. Quince.com/MC911.
Well, the holidays have come and gone once again, but if you've forgotten to get that special someone in your life a gift, well, Mint Mobile is extending their holiday offer of half off unlimited wireless. So here's the idea. You get it now, you call it an early present for next year. What do you have to lose? Give it a try at mintmobile.com/switch.
Limited time 50% off regular price for new customers. Upfront payment required. $45 for 3 months, $90 for 6 months, or $180 for 12-month plan. Taxes and fees extra. Speeds may slow after 50 gigabytes per month when network is busy. See terms.
That call was placed at approximately 8 a.m. on February 24th, 2023, from the residence at 13230 Stablebrook Way in Herndon, Virginia. Police and medics quickly arrived to find the bodies of 2 people, a man and a woman, one dead from gunshot wounds, the other from being stabbed multiple times in the neck and torso. Police started investigating the scene and questioning the people who were heard on the phone call. A shortened version of what happened: the male caller, 39-year-old Brennan Banfield, told police that he had walked in to find his wife, 37-year-old Christine Banfield, being attacked by this unknown male. She was stabbed multiple times in the neck and upper body. When this was observed, Brennan retrieved a gun and shot the attacker. He then attempted to render aid to his wife, but by the time police and medics arrived, it was already too late. She had lost too much blood. Before we go too much further, let's rewind a bit and give some background to Brandon and Christine. While their long-term background as a couple isn't well publicized, Brendan had a job as a criminal investigator for the IRS. Christine was a nurse in a pediatric intensive care unit. At some point, their paths crossed and they hit it off. They married and had a daughter. Because of likely both of their jobs having some versions of odd shift work, they decided to hire some help to take care of their daughter. And in 2021, they brought an au pair into their home, a young woman from Brazil by the name of Juliana Perez Magalhães. She was the other person you heard on the 911 call. For a slightly more detailed account of the day of the 911 call, Juliana was taking the daughter, then 4 years old, to the zoo in the morning. After leaving, she noticed that she forgot to bring their lunch and then turned around to go back and get it. When she pulled up to the house, she noticed a car in the driveway she was unfamiliar with. She decided to call Christine, who was supposed to be the only person in the house, to make sure everything was okay. Christine didn't answer. That's when Juliana called Brandon. Juliana waited for Brandon to get home. Then they both entered the house, with Juliana staying downstairs while Brandon went upstairs to the bedroom where Christine was. He gets there and sees a man he doesn't know stabbing his wife. After shooting the attacker, he calls down to Juliana to get another gun from a safe, and she runs upstairs, and after noticing the attacker still moving, she shoots him in the chest. Brandon was trying to save his wife from a violent attacker who was stabbing her, and Juliana was trying to help the family that took her in. At least, that's what was told to police. The actual details may vary just a slight bit.
Kaylee Cuoco and Sam Claflin star in the MGM Plus original series, Vanished. When the man Alice loves disappears on a train to the south of France, every romantic memory becomes evidence. Every intimate detail, a potential threat. She thought she knew everything about him, but she may not even know his real name. 4-part thriller Vanished premieres February 1st on MGM Plus. Finding the truth is a dangerous affair.
When police first heard this story, it sounded horrific, but straightforward. A husband walks in on a violent sexual assault in progress. He uses deadly force to stop it. An au pair helps protect the family. At first glance, this looks like a tragic case of self-defense. But as detectives began working the scene, small details started to bother them. Details that didn't line up with what Brandon Banfield had just told them. And once they started pulling digital records, the case unraveled fast. Investigators noticed right away that the scene didn't look like a chaotic struggle. There was no forced entry, nothing broken, nothing overturned. The man Brandon claimed was a random attacker, identified as 39-year-old Joseph Ryan, was found fully clothed, with no signs of sexual activity taking place. Christine's injuries were brutal and focused. Multiple stab wounds to the neck and upper chest, consistent with an intentional, targeted attack, not a panicked intruder surprised mid-crime. And then there was the timing. Phone records showed that Joseph Ryan didn't randomly show up. He arrived at the house at a very specific time, a time when Brandon was not home, and when Christine was alone. That's when police stopped asking what happened, and started asking why he was there at all. As detectives dug into Brandon's digital life, they found something he had never mentioned. Brandon had been having an affair, not with someone outside the house, but with the au pair, 22-year-old Juliana. According to prosecutors, what started as an emotional connection inside the home slowly turned physical. Juliana was young, isolated in a foreign country, living with his family, and dependent on them for housing, transportation, and immigration status. And Brandon was someone she trusted. Text messages and testimony would later show the relationship crossed boundaries and then spiraled into something much darker. After a while, Brandon decided he didn't want to be married to Christine anymore. But he decided that divorce was not an option for several reasons. There was the obvious one, custody of their daughter. He didn't want to have shared custody and split time with his wife. Then there was money. Christine and Brendan shared assets, a home, and careers that could be damaged by scandal. But the biggest concern, exposure. An affair with a live-in au pair wouldn't just end a marriage. It could have ended Brendan's career. So instead of ending the relationship, investigators and prosecutors say they plan to erase the problem. Brendan and Juliana talked about ways of doing this. There was talk of hiring a hitman. This wouldn't work as they're easily traceable and those plans can get foiled before anything even starts to play out. They had to come up with something else, and their plan was something so extreme and shocking, it was almost believable and might have worked if some things hadn't been uncovered. Investigators started going through Christine's stuff. They started to find activity on a website called FetLife. That's F-E-T, Life. FetLife is a sexual website for people with specific kinks and fetishes. When they started reading messages, they initially looked like fantasy. But as police read deeper, the language changed. The messages described rape fantasies, knife play, and violent scenarios, but included real names, real addresses, and real schedules. The setup was this. Brendan and Juliana created a fake account on FetLife and used Christine's real picture on it. The pair would go so far as to use her phone and her laptop to send messages through the site, and all was done from home, so it looked like she was the one doing it. And what she was doing, actually, Brendan and Juliana, was setting up a consensual rape fantasy. Joseph Ryan was the one that ended up being the other willing participant. The messages were specific. He was told to enter the home at a specific time and hold her at knife point while he had his way with her. There were instructions to be very rough and only to do so where any marks left could be covered up with clothing. Further instructions were to not stop for any reason, even if there was any resistance, even if she yelled for help, even if she looked terrified. There was going to be no safe word. If she said stop, he was to keep going. This was something that was going to play out in its entirety. Then after the rape fantasy was over, he would leave and not say a word. And this was all set up so it would look like Brendan and Juliana interrupted a violent attack and tried to save Christine. Joseph Ryan had no idea he was actually going to be a victim in any of this. He thought he was walking into something that had a willing participant. After Brendan shot Joseph, he took the knife that he had and began stabbing Christine. So it was actually Brendan, not the so-called random attacker, that was Christine's murderer. And in Brendan and Juliana's eyes, it would work. A clean story, a dead witness, and a grieving husband. At first, Juliana backed Brendan's story. She repeated the same version to police, over and over. But digital evidence doesn't lie. Police showed her messages, timelines, photos. Just days after the murder, Juliana's stuff started moving into Brendan's bedroom. A picture of the two of them was placed on the bedside table. And slowly, the story changed. Juliana eventually admitted she was having the affair. And according to prosecutors, she knew far more than she initially claimed about what was going to happen that morning. Faced with overwhelming evidence and serious charges of her own, Juliana started cooperating with investigators. Her cooperation became a turning point in the case. Brendan was arrested and charged with first-degree murder in Christine's death and use of a firearm in the commission of a felony. Juliana was charged with second-degree murder and use of a firearm. Since she started working with investigators and prosecutors, Juliana has now redid a plea, and her charge is now involuntary manslaughter. She could still face more than 10 years in prison. Brendan's trial is currently ongoing, and he faces life in prison. He is sticking by his claim of self-defense, and his side is claiming Juliana is lying to better her claim. We'll see how the jury decides to go with this. I would anticipate that in the next few days, or up to a couple weeks, we should have a verdict. But regardless, as I said in the intro for the episode, this is one of the craziest crime cases I've heard. That'll do it for this one. A shorter episode, I know, but but I wanted this case to have its own episode, and it's certainly something we'll be talking about. And there are a couple places to do that. First off, patreon.com/MusicCity901. There's almost always some comments going back and forth on the episodes there, and you'll also get ad-free episodes and bonus content. The last episode I did, No Happy Endings, Patreon members got a bonus episode with additional 911 calls and commentary. And the other place to talk about this case, what the media is calling the au pair affair, is on the Facebook Music City 911 podcast discussion group. If you're not a member there, it's free to join, and there's always some chat going on. By the time you're likely hearing this, depending on what part of the country you're in, especially if you're close to me, we could be getting some pretty funky winter weather. It seems like the forecast is changing all the time. Early in the week, my area was predicted to get anywhere from 18 to 24 inches of snow, which would have been the most ever recorded in my area. That has shifted down a bit, but it still keeps changing, seemingly hour by hour. Long story short, there's a good chance we'll get somewhere between 0 and 8 feet of snow, half a foot of ice, and possibly venomous turtles falling from the heavens. And before you ask how the roads are, they suck. Please don't try to drive in the ice or snow if you're not experienced in it and have a vehicle that can handle it. Just stay inside. Most people can't drive when it's sunny and in the middle of summer, thinking that you can control your car on an ice skating rink at highway speeds. Well, I'm sure there's a ditch in your future that will use its gravity to pull your car into it. All y'all out there, stay safe, stay home, and until next time, y'all have a good one.